Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Have I got a kick-ass job for you guys today? Today we're working on a 1959 Chevy stepside, completely built or rebuilt from the ground up. This customer spent, he says, 7 years rebuilding this, and this truck is sweet. So I can't wait to show you guys the truck and what we're gonna be doing to it.
All right, so just a real quick overview of the exterior of the truck. This truck is in beautiful shape. Like I said, the customer has spent years rebuilding this truck. I assume back to as close to factory as he could get. It's a glorious truck. I'm actually quite happy to be working on it. All right, so this is the interior of the truck. As you can see, he's converted this over to a digital dash cluster. So he's not concerned about keeping the original factor. But here's the factory radio location. So as you can see, we have exactly zero audio in this truck, which is a little bit quiet for the customer. So basically what we have to do is this is the controller that somebody has added in for the windshield wipers, and this is the squirter nozzle for the windshield. So we're gonna relocate. We're probably gonna move this up one slot, and we might as well do the same thing for the squirter. And then we're going to tape this all off, and we're gonna create a DIN opening there. And that's what we're doing with the head unit.
So we actually don't have anywhere to be putting any kind of speakers in this truck without some serious modifications or serious fabrication. And the customer wasn't interested in doing any of that. So basically we're just gonna be putting a pair of 6x9s into MDF 6x9 boxes and either putting them behind the seat or underneath the seat. I haven't decided yet. So we'll make that decision as we go along. And because this truck had no radio since it's been rebuilt, there's also no fender antenna. So we're also going to be installing an antenna for this customer so that he has FM radio, AM FM radio. So I'm going to get started on masking off the head unit location. I'm also going to check into a little bit of wiring underneath the dash to make sure that we've got everything that we need to make this radio work. So I'll show you that process as we get a little bit further into it. Before we actually get into the build of this project, I'm going to take my opportunity right now to say, if you liked the video, throw me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, throw me a thumbs down. Either way, I'd love to hear you guys' comments, so leave them in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more content just like this, make sure you subscribe and turn on notification bells. All right, let's get back to the project.
Like I said during the intro, we're going to be doing a Kenwood single DIN head unit. We're going to be doing a pair of Kenwood 6x9s in a set of prefab 6x9 enclosures.
So I've removed the windshield wiper controller and squirter nozzle, and it didn't take me very long to realize why they put it in the location that they did. So as you remember, the controller was here and the squirter button was here, and I was wondering why they didn't go up higher and put them here and here. And I'm going to try and get inside the dash to show you why they didn't do that. So this is through the opening in the dash where the factory radio used to be, and that device back there is actually the motor for the windshield wipers, which makes it so that there's absolutely no room behind this location right here. I can't get the controller in there. So I've actually changed my plan, and now I'm going to put the controller in this one and the squirter button in this one, which will give me my 2x7 inches of space that I need to open up my location for the new radio. So we have everything all masked off and marked out where we're going to make our cut for our 2x7 inch hole. The reason why it's all masked off is just to protect this customer's investment of time and monetary investment as well. We don't want to scratch up his dash with our cutting tools, and we also want to collect any of the shavings that might come out of the cut itself, so that we don't have to try and clean it up off the floor later. So we're going to get some a collection device down there as well, and let's get this cut made.
You guys won't be able to tell this but this is actually 3 months later. I was finally able to finish this job. Some stuff came up along the way with the client that didn't permit us to go ahead with our original plan, but as you can see, we did just about exactly what we said we were going to do. The windshield wiper controllers are off to the side instead of up above, and I'll just fire it up here. And before I get copyright infringement claim against me, turn the volume down. But so there's the head unit in there functioning. I don't know if you can see, get a better angle on it. There we go. So that's the radio in there working, trimmed up as best we could with the funny angle that it's on. If you want to see what I'm talking about, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's actually sticking out a little bit back here, which I didn't like. But the client says he's okay with it, so if he's okay with it, I'm okay with it. And then we've just got two 6x9s behind the back seat, and I'll show you those here in a sec. So we've just got Kenwood 6x9s in prefab boxes sitting on top of the fuel tank, and that's all this customer wanted for audio. There we go, finished project. 3 months later, we were able to get it.